Yo guys, what's going on? Bonzi Chun here, back at you in another video, this time with my audio working. And today we are joined by Awkward LoneAzn here, and Mr. Blaine, aka the later years of the Cinnabar Island. As you can see, he's grown his hair back. He's ditched his sunglasses for regular glasses now.
And he's also not a turtle.
Also 2017.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about all the new stuff now that we've gotten what looks to be the full set list of Burning Shadows. And I guess let's start with the old stuff first, which is Beyond a New Challenge. Is there anything other than the obvious stuff that you just want to talk about?
Not really. I mean, like, everything is pretty straightforward out of that set. There's not really much to talk about other than the fact that there's the Darkrai GX, bringing a Darkrai back from the discard pile with an energy on top of it.
Yeah, that card we will get to. So I guess let's start off with Sazzle.
Yeah.
Alright, who wants to take the horns on Sazzle?
Fuck that card.
I guess I have to take it.
Yep, you're taking the horns on Sazzle.
So Sazzle GX, stage 1. For 2 fire energy, you're doing 50 times damage. This attack does 50 damage times the number of prize cards you've already taken. So the later in the game, the better. So it's a really great late game changer for doing quite a bit of damage. 3 prize cards, you're doing 150 plus choice band 180. Heat blast is 110 damage, so if you're behind in prize cards, haven't taken one, you're doing 110. The GX, discard all energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, so it's pretty good against things that stack up energy, kind of like if you're playing like a Darkrai, and Coco, if they put something with multiple energies in their active, it's pretty good. But I mean, once per turn, it could make or break a game, especially if they have like all their special charges used, any energy recovery used. The only time it wouldn't make a difference is against a Metagross player, because Metagross, if they have 3 of them on the bench, they'll use all 3 abilities and just bring it back, so it wouldn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. It's getting its one shot in Metagross anyway. It doesn't even need to use that DX.
No, it's not
one shot. 220.
220.
Well, choice band.
Choice band, you're knockout. But if they don't have it, the only time it'd be knockout is if you have 3 prize cards.
Or,
by the way,
yeah.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Yeah. But yeah, Sazzle, not too bad of a card. I mean, it's definitely gonna probably be a pretty good card just as its own deck or as a supporter with some fire decks already out, i.e. maybe Volcanion, because you can steam up.
No, you can't steam up this because it's not a basic.
Yeah.
Volcanion's only basics.
Yeah.
I could see this being a pretty, maybe as its own standalone deck. I mean, 110 for 2 energy is not bad at all.
Yeah.
You could definitely combine this with like maybe Turtonator and use Turtonator to stall out and then get your Sazzle going for the late game. Because Turtonator, while it's most people only use it for Trap Shell, its second attack is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, 160.
Yeah, 160 for 3 energy, plus if you combine that with Burning Energy, that's basically a free attack. It's nothing to laugh at. I mean, Sazzle and Turtonator, I could definitely see that being a thing.
But yeah.
Plus 200 HP is really good, too, to have.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
A lot of decks need Kukui and Choice Band to hit 200. So, I mean, 200 and plus you could also, I could also see possibly someone trying to get cheeky with Ho-Ho in this card to just drop it onto their bench. Also, if you don't want to, if you play this with Turtonator too, you don't necessarily have to use Sazzle's GX move. You use Turtonator's GX move to juice up your Sazzles.
Yeah.
Do it early.
Cause like
setup.
Yeah, especially with like you could like Nitro Tank onto your Sazzles, and then Guzman into your Sazzle and bring out something on their bench and just swing for 110 or even 200 if you've taken some prize cards already. It's a card that definitely gets scarier the longer the game goes on.
Yeah,
for sure.
Especially if they're ahead with prizes.
Yeah. No, it's if you're ahead.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah, if
Like,
you're
if-
ahead on prizes, this card gets really scary for your opponent.
It snowballs.
Yeah. All right, so Sazzle, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do y'all give it?
6 out of 10, with the way everything goes right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Closer.
wait,
I'd say
never mind.
closer to
We're
7.
getting the fire supporter next set.
Yeah,
I
but
give
that
it-
ends your turn.
I give it a 7 because you can power up whatever you want realistically.
Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10 pre-rotation.
Yeah. I just give it a 7 because it's a stage 1.
Tapu Lele and the Bridget's still a thing, so you can grab the Sandlets.
Yeah. Well, Bridget's not rotating.
I thought it's possible it could. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Just because it really limits them being able to print basic GXs.
If not, you're going to have to use Pokemon Fan Club over Bridget.
Did Fan Club get reprinted in Generations?
Yes. I thought it was in Generations.
Bridget regular art is breakthrough, so that won't go. Bridget won't go
It's a possibility. We'll see.
Oh.
unless they pull it like a 6-set shenanigans on us. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be disappointed if they did that. I mean, it would suck, but at the same time, I would not be disappointed at all. Alright, I guess let's...
we lose Fan Club. Sorry to interrupt you. Oh, nope.
Nope.
Never mind. Nope, I got one more in Generations.
I told you.
So we still have Fan Club. Okay, that's cool. Fan Club's still good. Alolan Ninetales non-GX. I think the only thing worth talking about is the ability. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon EX and GX Pokemon.
It's just a nice second attacker in Ninetales.
It's basically another wall.
Yeah.
Have we seen anything other than, I guess, Noivern GX, which we'll get to later, that can hit the bench? That's a GX at least?
No. I don't think so. Except if you're like a god with
Noivern hits the bench. Umbreon hits the bench.
Oh yeah, Umbreon, that's right. Oh, I guess
Ninetales itself hits the bench.
Yeah, Ninetales.
And Espeon.
Yeah,
Yep.
Espeon.
So I think this card might be good as a one of in water decks that play Ninetales. And the Ninetales deck, I think this would be good a one of.
I thought about it in Metagross, but then I was like, oh wait, you have to have a water to use its attack.
Rainbow energy, baby.
Well, just its ability is actually pretty good because it doesn't. Oh wait, it doesn't stop. It's not just bench. It's everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just this Pokemon. Never mind.
This
Okay.
Pokemon.
Fuck. Yeah, never mind. This card's trash. I'll give this card 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
What do you guys get? 3 out of 10?
I think it could be good.
I give it a 5.
I'll give it at least a 4. I'll be in the middle.
How about Tapu Fini GX? Anyone want to talk about this card?
The only thing I gotta talk about this card is it is the best regular art card in any of the new Sun and Moon sets up. Its regular art is beautiful.
And where would you rank it in terms of the other Tapus? The worst?
Playability?
Yes.
Currently, yes.
Yeah, currently, I mean, out of all the GXs, it would definitely be the worst. Just because you're discarding 2 energy, water energy to be exact, and that's going to get rid of your Aqua Patches. So if you use it to power it up, you're not going to be able to recycle again to power it up again unless, Aqua Patch, and then hit Aqua Patch again to set up another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have Max Elixir though, so I mean,
if
that kind of saves it a little bit. But with Garbodor being so rampant, I don't really see a whole lot of people playing Max Elixir.
Yeah, you're going to have to go hard or go home when it comes to playing items.
And plus, it only does 120 damage. Sure, you can pick where that 120 damage goes. But I mean, if you're going to play that many items, I think you should be putting on a lot more pressure.
I think it could be a decent one of, like in Ninetales itself, or something along the lines of that, or just Water Toolbox in general. Because it has a pretty good GX attack as well.
Yeah, because you can end up doing an Ice Path and then hitting whatever you want in the back line, and then automatically just doing the 120 to something in the back to get the free knockout. The only time I would see this good is if you're playing against Garbodor, because Garbodor is 120? So that's an easy knockout for Garbodor if it's something that's like a threat. But then you have to worry about any other ones. So I mean, it's decent. I would at least give it a 5 out of 10, just because it's like half there. It has potential, but there's not really much you can do with it when you have to negate, 2 water energy to do the attack.
Plus, we're also losing Rough Seas too.
Yeah,
so I mean, but then we also have Brooklet Hill too.
Yeah, I think this card would go from like a 4 out of 5 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10 if it was purely just 1 water and 2 colorless.
At the same time, though, I think that would just make it a little too broken.
Just saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm with Brandon. I give it a 5 out of 10. Alrighty.
Yeah. But you gotta admit, though, the art on the regular art is absolutely amazing.
It's pretty good.
I don't know, that full art looks pretty cool, too.
I do like the full art, but I mean, I'm just like, in my opinion, out of all the regular arts and all the new set, I think it's the best. I just like the water.
Yeah, I like the effect they're doing. Looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I like the Buzz and I like the Vire. Yeah, those cards suck.
No one cares.
Slow King.
Oh, we're getting a regular Lele?
Yeah, we're gonna.
That one is gonna be like kind of like how they did Coco promo. They're probably gonna do a pin box or a collection or a figure box with that one. It looks like. They gotta milk us for that money.
Yeah. Psycho Wave, 20 damage. It's basically a Lele, but with 1 psychic energy.
Yeah, but look at Magical Swap.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's savage.
That card's can be good. I'll be buying a lot of pin boxes.
Yep.
I get that. Wow, sorry.
So yeah, so I guess let's talk about this real quick. 110 HP basic, psychic weakness, psychic typing. Psychic Wave for a single psychic energy does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then Magical Swap, rearrange the damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like, as if Mega Mewtwo didn't need a bigger reason to be dead already.
Yep.
Right.
I would definitely slide this into Metagross without even thinking about it. I mean, for a single psychic energy, you're doing 20 times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Drampa usually have 3 on there, so that you're doing 60 for a single energy, which is nothing to laugh at all. As a good one-price attacker in Metagross, I think this is really good. Because also you can attach the psychic energy with Geotech to get it going. And then Magical Swap, if let's say your opponent has like 240 damage on one of their big-ass GXs, you can just like, oh, you have a bunch of stage basics, let me just move all that damage carries off your GX onto all your stage 1s and knock them all out.
Yeah, it'd be nice for the mirror, too.
Yeah. Overall, what do you think about this card, Brandon?
Probably 8 out of 10, because it has potential to be able to do some massive game changes. I think it's better than the Tapu Koko promo, because most people play Koko for the 20 snipe, but
yeah.
I think this one would be a lot better in some decks.
I think any deck that's playing Psychic Energy automatically places at least as a 1-of.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just think about it. If you're playing like Garbodor, Drampa, and you had this as like a 1-off, let's say all 5 of their bench Pokemon has 2 damage counters, that's already 100 damage besides what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't hit for weakness if it's active, does it?
The Magical Swap or the Psycho Wave?
It doesn't say anything for weakness, so you hit for weakness.
Well, Magical Swap wouldn't hit for weakness because it does no damage.
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
not Magical Swap, but Psycho Wave.
Psycho Wave would hit for weakness.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's,
So,
I think that might be a good replacement for Delmise in Metagross.
Yeah. Well, Delmise is nice because you get the extra 10 damage, but how often does that 10 damage really matter?
You'd be
Yeah,
surprised.
It's like
Yeah,
Zorak with the Reverse Valley. It's an iffy card for a lot of decks. A lot of people don't run stadiums.
Yep. Alright, I'm with top Elite. I give it a 9 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7. I'll be a dick.
Okay, we got the Russian judge over here, Blaine Gross. Alright, next up we got Machamp GX. I don't want to talk about this card.
I don't even want to talk about this card. It's awful.
Alright.
Okay, itself is not awful, it's just that we have no fighting support.
No,
Yeah,
you have to
but
look at the
look at-
next set. Look at the next set.
But look at Hyper Rare though.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
For me, I probably want to build a fighting deck, and this, I mean, it's not that great because it's stage 2. Two fighting energy, and you get 60 damage if their active is an evolution that does 120 damage altogether, with Kukui 150 if it's a GX. So I mean, it's not too bad, but you know, if they're playing like Darkrai or Coco, Feeny, any of the basic GXs, it's not doing a lot of damage. 130 damage, discard any stadium in play for 3 fighting energy. It's not too bad, but that's 3 fighting energy, and it's a stage 2. So
in my opinion, its biggest flaw is look at its weakness.
Yeah, the weakness is psychic. So I mean that's every fighting Pokemon.
If you're gonna play this, why not just play Zygarde?
Yeah, but I mean Zygarde's expanded, right?
No, Zygarde's standard.
Still standard.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Zygarde came out in Fates Collide. Because
Yeah.
I think if I'm gonna play a fighting deck, I don't think Machamp's better than Zygarde.
Yeah. But,
Zygarde also has a better weakness. It's weak to grass, not to psychic. Same thing with Lycanroc.
Yeah.
Lycanroc has a grass weakness as well.
Okay. Yeah, but just wait for the next one that we're gonna talk about. I still have hope for a fighting deck.
Are we talking about Solrock and Lunatone?
We're talking about Marshadow GX.
Okay, we'll get the Marshadow later.
Yep. But
so Solrock and Lunatone, we all know those cards were coming because you know it's Sun and Moon. We have to do the Sun and Moon Pokemon.
Yep.
I don't think these cards are worth talking about really.
Nah.
They're not never that good of cards.
Let's talk about Bay.
What, Blaine?
So let's talk about Bay.
Talk about Bay.
Darkrai.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're gonna skip all the way to that.
Well, let's see. Okay, here. Okay, I'll give you the TLDR. Lycanroc non-GX. Meh. Sneasel. Meh. Weavile. Okay, Weavile is actually not that bad, but not that good still. Weavile for a single dark energy does 60 damage to every Pokemon in play that has an ability.
That's a colorless energy.
Oh, colorless energy. Ooh. Spicy. Does that hit your own Pokemon?
Yes.
Every Pokemon in play, so that means even yours.
I don't know if I like that.
You would have to play a deck without abilities. That's the unfortunate part. But I mean, unless you can do something to negate it or do something else.
I don't. See, the thing is, while that ability is good, it only has 90 HP. It's really easy to knock out.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd realistically get one attack off it before your opponent knocks it out anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I could see it being a support Pokemon for, like, if you were to build this with Tapu Lele.
I think it would be pretty decent in a fighting deck because it's, you know, colorless.
But no, if you use this, let's say for example, we're playing against Metagross. Every single one of those Pokemon in that deck, except for Vulpix, has an ability. If you use Dark Awakening to do the 60 damage and then follow that up with Tapu Lele with Magical Swap, you can do some pretty devastating damage right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could realistically, let's see, if you have 3 Metagross to the bench and 2 Tapu Leles, I mean, that's 6 times 5, that's 300 damage that you can move around. I mean, that's enough to take out a Metagross and then put a good amount of damage on another one.
Yeah.
I don't think Weavile is anything to stub your nose at. I definitely think it has potential.
Yeah.
Whether or not if it gets enough support is another story. Is a question. But let's get on to Bay. Blaine, you take it since you brought it up.
Alright. So if you thought Turbo Dark was done, think again. Ability Resurrection, once during your turn before you attack. If this card is in your discard pile, you may play this card to your bench and attach 1 dark energy from your discard pile. So it's Dark Patch and Revive in 1 card.
Busted!
So that's silly. You can just be like Ultra Ball, Darkrai, Dark Energy, search whatever you want, and you can be like Darkrai, play it on your bench, put an energy on it. Like that's silly. That's stupid.
Looks like 5 turns of Hex Maniac for me.
right? And then Dark Rift, 2 dark, 1 colorless, 130 damage, and this attack damage isn't affected by resistance. Silly.
See,
And then what?
I was gonna say the one time it's bad for Darkrai to continuously use his ability is if he's playing against a Zoroark, because if you're flooding your bench full of Darkrai's, that's an easy 150 damage for me. Actually 160 technically, because it's yeah, with Choice Band that's knockout. That's 210.
And then we have Dead End GX for 2 dark and a colorless. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, that Pokemon is now knocked out.
So can we say expanded 4 Darkrai GX, 4 Battle Compressor, 4 Dark Patch, 4 Hypnotoxic Laser?
And then throw in Muck in there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alter of the Moon too? Oh my god.
I do like, though.
I give this card a 1 out of 10 just because I think Darkrai needs to die in a hole, but realistically I give this an 8 out of 10.
I'm like a 7 for sure.
Can we stop getting new Darkrai cards? Like, really? Can we get an Absol GX that's not horrible?
Right?
Can we get a Zigzagoon?
A Zigzagoon?
Actually, I would take a Zigzagoon and a Lightning Rock together.
No, that
Zigzagoon.
that thing, that Kakashi looking motherfucker from Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, what's that thing called? Start with a Z. Hang on, Ruby and Sapphire.
I know what you're talking about.
Ruby and Sapphire Pokédex.
You're talking about the one, the mongoose looking thing.
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking at the Pokédex.
I gotta say though, that Hyper that looks dope. I'm not really a huge fan of Hyper Rares, but like these last 2 sets, like not this last 2, this set that we're in Guardian Rising.
Zongoose, yeah, I was about to say Zongoose.
Oh, that's a normal type? Never mind. Rip.
Oh, and then the next card is also, next card on the list is also Bay.
Wish Baton?
Yes.
Alright, so you attach it, it's a tool card. If this Pokemon is attached to your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, choose up to 3 basic energy cards attached to that Pokemon, move them to one of your benched Pokemon.
Better hope we don't run multiple field blowers now. Or more than 2.
Darkrai loves this, and expanded Yveltal loves this.
So does Groudon.
Oh yeah, Groudon loves this for sure. What else loves this? Primal Kyogre, but too bad that deck's not that good.
Lele Turbo.
Yep.
It'd be pretty decent on a Lapras if you're gonna do that.
Or Lycanroc.
Yeah.
Or Lycanroc, yep.
Because their damage, their energy
it's basic energy though.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. If you use fighting, you're strong.
Yeah, if you use strong or double colorless, you wouldn't play Wish Baton.
That's true. Darkrai. I think Darkrai is gonna love it the most.
Probably, definitely Darkrai.
It'll give an excuse to put more than 2 dark energy on a Darkrai.
Yeah, you'd play it if you know you're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hope they don't have a field blower or something to get rid of it.
You would definitely have to bait out the field blowers early to play this card.
Yeah.
But the way we're going, I think honestly field blower might become a 3 of or a 4 of in some cases.
Alright, Bonzi-chan, it's time for you to shine.
Arceola, let's go. So can we say AZ reprint?
AZ on roids reprint.
It's not really roids. It's slightly worse than AZ.
AZ with the condition.
It's AZ where you have to have damage on it, but I think Coco's probably the biggest winner from this card.
Said you why if Forest wasn't going away.
I can see Arceola and Super Scoop Up in that deck immediately.
Yeah. Arceola definitely is gonna slide right into Coco decks. Like Blaine said, if Decidueye wasn't losing Forest, it'd slide into Decidueye easily. What's another deck that would really benefit from this card? I mean, also you could just pick up a Lele and reuse it too.
Yep, Arceola.
Just like people were AZing Shamans, you can Arceola Lele.
Yeah.
Rip Shaman. My love.
Rip Shaman. I know. I get
Well,
used to it.
Welcome into your hearts, Lele.
Overall, I give this card a 8 out of 10. I give the full art a 10 out of 10 though, because it looks awesome.
Yes. They did her well.
They did her well.
We're on to the next sheet.
Time to bring out the lollies, boys.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about the stuff that was announced today. Obviously, we don't have translations for Caterpie or Metapod yet. Let me actually refresh this real quick just to make sure.
No, there's nothing.
All day. Okay, we can skip over Caterpie and Metapod because we all know what those cards are going to do, jack shit.
This isn't all today, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's not all today. The set's not officially out till Friday, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's not officially out till Friday. I think this is just what Poke Beach got in early, and they just started translating cards. But
Nintendo and Pokemon always do Friday releases.
Yep. Alright, who wants to talk about Bye Bye Butterfree?
Decidueye Vileplume support. That's all I heard.
That's all you blame.
For temporary.
Yeah. Butterfree, the most broken card I've ever seen in my life. 1 grass energy, bye healing. Heal all damage from each of your Pokemon. Not just one, but every single one of them. And then shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. That is insane. You can put your Floatstone on it. You can attach all the energy. You don't want to discard with Sycamore. You can just throw everything on there, and then you throw it right back in your deck.
Time to use that with Zoroark's Foul Play.
Right?
If I know something's going to get knocked out, it's Foul Play, bye healing. Put my Zoroark back in and set up the next one.
I just love how what makes it even stupider is the fact that everything goes back in your deck, so you get to do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be different if it like knocked itself out and gave your opponent a prize card. I feel like that'd be a pretty good trade for all the healing it did, but
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know.
it's a stage 2, so at the same time, I think that would just make it borderline unplayable.
Forest and expanded though.
Yeah, that is true. But who knows? They could ban Forest and Expanded.
Yeah, they gonna do crap.
And they don't care about Expanded, let's be honest.
They don't. Seismitoad's still alive, so obviously they don't care.
I don't know. The GXs could push Seismitoad out.
Well, yeah, New Wyvern's gonna push it out.
Oh yeah, Wyvern's gonna push it out. Yeah, that's right. That's true. And Yveltal Maxi is still a thing.
Yeah.
Alright, are we skipping out to Matt's favorite card coming up again?
Yo, but what about Tangrowth, yo? Just kidding. That card's bad.
Yes.
Wimpod, Wimp out. During your turn, this retreat cost is 0. That's actually not horrible.
So wait, is that your? So what if you go first? You can't. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb.
First
Ignore
turn.
it then.
First turn.
Yeah.
Oh, first turn only.
Yeah. First, I was thinking like first turn it's played, but no, it's literally only your first turn.
Yeah, it's just like Pokemon where Wimpod's ability only happens at the early part of the game or the battle.
Sick though.
Let's talk about Gollyspot GX though. I love this card.
The Galissa God.
Galissa God. 210 Grass type stage 1, so already good. Retreat cost is 3 though, which sucks, but we have Guzman, which we'll talk about your boy later.
Your boy.
First impressions for single grass energy, it does 30 damage plus 90 more if it became active during this turn. So if you retreat into it or switch into it somehow, it'll be doing 120 damage, 150 with the choice band for a single grass energy, which is amazing. Plus it's a stage 1, so if you wanted to get cute with evolutions and start hitting people for weakness, it's really cool too.
Start dropping some Wallies, bro.
Yep. Or you could just, start with a Wimpod, Tapu Lele into a Wally into Gallisapod, hit the grass energy and start swinging right away. Its second attack, Armor Press for a grass and double colorless, does 100 damage. And during your opponent's next turn, it takes 20 less damage from your opponent's attack, so it makes itself have effectively 230 HP for the turn. That's assuming they one-shot it. It gets 20 more if you keep reusing the attack. For grass and double colorless, that's pretty good. That's 2 energy attachments. And then its GX move, Cut Cross GX. It switch this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon and does 150 damage. So you could, Crosscut GX into another Gliscopod, and then first impression on the following turn with the other Gliscopod. Overall, I definitely think this card is going to be a deck, especially with Lurantis still being a thing. They're granted we are losing Forest, but it's only a stage 1 instead of a stage 2, so that's one less evolution you have to do. And they both have 210 HP, which is really kind of a hard number to hit nowadays. Hitting anything above 200 is pretty hard. Plus, if you're just using the single energy attacks, you can max potion. Plus, Lurantis just recycles energy anyway.
You can use Meta Dank to hit 210, but that's like all the stars aligning.
Yeah, that's all the stars aligning.
Delmai's Choice Band and Kukui.
No.
Yep.
But anything is possible.
Yep. But I mean, overall, for a stage 1 GX with this much HP is really nice, and then also its attacks are really good too. Overall, I give it a 9 out of 10, and I think this card is definitely going to be a deck.
Ooh, imagine that with Eevee.
That's what we were just talking about.
Just said that.
Oh.
This guy taking Matt's ideas.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm going
Just
for a place.
kidding.
I'm going for a playset of this card.
All right.
All
We're
right.
gonna talk about Magikarp and Gyarados.
All right. Since you brought it up, you talk about them. I think these ones. But first of all, I think these are objectively worse than any other Gyarados we've ever had.
It's not full retaliation anymore, but I mean, Magikarp, it's not really anything. 10 damage. If you get Tails, does nothing. Wait. Flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage. Never mind. It's a lot better than what it used to be.
It's like the best Magikarp you've ever got.
So yeah,
Sadly,
it does 10 damage every time. But if you hit heads, you don't get affected by damage unless they use
Ranger.
Ranger, or they use like Guzma or something to switch it out. But Gyarados, double colorless blast part does 50 times the damage of Magikarps in your discard pile. So you put 3 in there, that's 150.
With Mars Shadow, that can be 200.
Yep. Unfortunately, the only time it sucks is that double water, double colorless does 160, and then you're doing 30 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. Not your opponent's, your own. So I mean,
let me just say, it has a retreat cost of 4.
yes.
Trash.
But I mean, it would be pretty decent with Marshadow. So I mean, there's a lot of things you can probably do to make this deck actually be good. But unfortunately,
would you play this? And would you ever play this over Golduck though? If you were playing a budget water deck, would you ever play this over Golduck?
yes,
Why?
because it's cheeky.
I mean, if you're trying to make a Trolly Thursday video, I guess.
It's like my Wish Cash deck. It can work. It can work.
What's your thoughts, Blaine? 0? Or is that a -1?
A 0 out of 10.
He gave it a backwards 10 out of 10.
Oh, my bad.
Do you just send all your Magikarps and your Gyarados to Darium?
Yeah.
I give it at least a 6. There's potential.
Alright, let's talk about the monkey.
Nope.
Nope. Another useless monkey.
No,
Yeah, there's nothing. Aqua Reflect, 50 damage, move 1 water entity to one of your benched Pokemon. It's basically Wishy-Washy.
I think Wishy-Washy's better.
Yeah, but
Wishy-Washy's
you know,
not.
it's the attack that Wishy-Washy has. It's not really worth it.
Do I need to flash my binder right now?
I thought is that page not sold yet, Blaine?
No, no one wanted it.
Oh, yeah, flash your binder, Blaine.
Ooh.
Show us the goods, Blaine.
Rock Sister's pretty bad.
So
We
we're
got
gonna start.
We got Blaine over here that collects all the Wishy-Washies he can get his hands on.
Let me put this out a little bit for you. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9 full pages. Actually 10 if you count the GXs.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 10 with GXs.
That's a lot of Wishy-Washies. You better hope they never make a Wishy-Washy binder.
That'd be impressive.
Alright, Bruxish. This card's trash. Pikachu and Raichu. They're trash.
Raichu's not awful.
It's not great. It's not great either, though.
It's nice for the paralyze effect.
That is true.
Unfortunate part is that it does 130 damage for 2 lightning and 1 colorless for 130, but 30 to itself.
Yeah.
It's not. I give it like a 3 out of 10.
And also, this Raichu's not searchable by level ball either.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because it's out of the range. It has to be under 90.
But that Pikachu art's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That art is awesome, but I honestly don't see this card seeing any play over Circle Circuit Raichu.
Oh my gosh. They made the clay one. Tynamo.
Oh, Tynamo, Electivire, and Electros.
It's not clay. Yeah. It's
not
like woven.
Not quite old eels. Tynamo does 10 damage, and if your opponent has active Pokemon has any water energy attached to it, does 30 more damage. So it hits Wishy Washy for 80. Electrike, lightning in a card, small appetite. If your opponent's active Pokemon's maximum HP is 100 or more, this attack does nothing. For 50 damage. Okay, that card's pretty butt. Electros, Mega Mouth for lightning in a colorless, does 50 damage. And the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. And then for 2 lightning energy and a colorless, Vacuum Volt does 80 damage. You may do an additional 80 damage if you do this attack does 80 damage to one of your Pokemon. Am I missing something here, or is this card secretly good, or is it? Am I right? It's just not good.
Awful.
It's awful.
You're doing way too much to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like. Plus, in order to do that attack, it's a stage 2 electric, which there's no electric acceleration for evolutions. So you have to play Rare Candy. I don't see this card being good.
I made this guy awful mad because he was playing earlier. I was playing the Bulu, and he played Forest from his Lurantis, and I evolved my Grub into a Charjabug like first turn because it goes from Grass to Thunder, and that still lets you do it.
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of. I don't know why I went there, but I did.
Okay, so Viper.
To God.
You're only using it for the ability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you do 20 per turn instead of 10 per turn.
Does that stack?
Yes.
I think I would believe so. It would stack with like Toxapex, so you'd be doing 110 between turns.
Plus for Bank City and Expanded, dude, you can just straight up run like a poison deck. That'd be kind of tight.
Play that with Needle Queen from Primal Clash.
Cool. You know what this would be good in, Matt? Gengar.
Oh god, Gengar. Oh god.
Yeah, it's time to bring that deck back, boys.
Yeah, we're going all in, dude, out for a rip, eh?
The downside of this card though is 100 HP, so again, not searchable by level ball.
Yeah.
Bridget though.
Bridget though, yes. Bridget fan club, yes. I think Bridget though, yes, definitely with Bridget.
That's all you need.
Yep. All right, let's talk about our favorite 3 ghosts.
That's all, Brandon.
Oh.
Go for it, Brandon.
Give me a second. Oh. Sorry, I got a little bit of gas. Favorite 3 ghosts. We're talking about Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusk Noir. Duskull, 1 psychic energy, put 1 basic Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. Hollow Shout does 20 damage for 1 psychic and 1 colorless. Dusclops, 1 psychic energy, doing, let's see, Wander the Night, put 1 damage counter on each of your each Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's. Only time that would be good is if you're running a Drampa. See, Ambush 30 plus damage, plus 30 more if you get heads from a coin flip. Unfortunately, Duskull and Dusclops have under 90 HP. Dusk Noir, ability, once during your turn, before you attack, you may look at your opponent's hand, put a basic Pokemon onto their bench, put 3 damage counters on that Pokemon. So,
Gengar support.
Yep, Gengar support. The good thing about it is it has Mind Jack. The unfortunate part is that it is 1 Psychic and 2 colorless. So I mean, it could be a good deck if you couple it with some other cards. Unfortunately, if you partner this up with Gengar, the only time it's bad is the fact that you're running 2 stage 2s. Yeah.
You could definitely play this like in expanded with Dimension Valley.
Yeah.
Just to make it 1 less energy attachment.
Because 30 damage is a lot. Because
I think they could have made this a colorless and a psychic instead of a psychic and 2 colorless. I mean, they made Zoroark, a double colorless attack. Why couldn't they make this a psychic and a colorless?
And Zoroark only does plus 10.
Yeah.
Plus 20.
I guess.
Or no, 30.
Is the extra energy really worth the extra 20 damage?
Yes.
Over being able to just, and in fact it's a stage 2 instead of stage 1.
It's not worth it in that sense, but the extra damage is debatable because of the fact that without Kukui or Choice Band or Reverse Valley, you're only hitting for 160 as a Zoroark versus hitting for at least 180. So I mean, most of the time you can one-shot most things with 180.
I think if I wanted to play a deck that used Mind Jack, I'd probably just play Zoroark over this most of the time.
I definitely still pick Zoroark over this any day, but
plus Zoroark has a really nice stand-in ability, which I think is objectively better than Dark Circle.
Stand-in helps out a lot more, but if you need the extra damage, Dark Circle can make or break sometimes.
Could you imagine though, like 4 Puzzle of Time, 4 Rare Candies, 4 Lysanders, Gengar, and Dusknoir, dude? Just
spicy.
Yeah, it's actually. I'm gonna play around with that. I'm gonna play around with it when it comes out. Trust me, I'm bringing back Gengar.
Toxicroak?
Get it out of here. Trash.
Basically the same thing as what it used to.
Yeah, but I think Toxicroak's. I think the fighting version was better.
Oh.
But I mean, yeah.
The fighting version's a lot better.
Its second attack's pretty ass.
It needs the ability. If it had the ability, like, this would be a playable card. It's not a playable card.
You have to play Arachnid.
Yeah. Necromaz GX, the big daddy of the set.
Ooh, baby.
Digimon, Digital Mon.
End of Light. I love that ability because it stops Drampa or Tauros.
Just punches Drampa on the face. Do they technically made? Oh, they made this a psychic. Okay.
Yeah, it's a psychic type.
At first, they made it colorless, or like the announcement of it was colorless.
Yeah, but all of its attacks are colorless.
Yep.
Which means you can run this in whatever deck you need.
Prism Burst, 10 damage. You discard all psychic energy attached to this Pokemon, and it does 60 more damage for each energy discarded in this way. So, I mean, Necromaz as an attacker is pretty much limited to Psychic deck. Its ability is definitely slideable in every deck. I'm not sure if the ability, though, is necessarily worth it if you can't attack with it at all. I mean, you can do Black Ray GX for 3 energy, but I think you're probably going to want to play this in a Psychic deck most of the time unless they print more really powerful colorless GXs. Black Ray GX does 100 damage to each of your opponent's EX and GX. Yeah. 100 damage to all your GX and EXs on your opponent's side of the board. Pretty good.
I think it's gonna be. You could almost like splash this into Metagross.
Yeah, you definitely could. You would probably want to. If you were attached 2 psychic energy to it, it'd do 120.
Well, you can up the. You can do like 4 psychic.
Yeah. Definitely worth giving it a try.
Oh.
Plus you can bridge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely could see it being slid into Metagross, definitely. Its weakness, though, is not that great. Having a psychic weakness nowadays is really not that good because of Garbodor.
Oh.
I mean, you would only have to have, what, 9 Ion cards in your discard pile to get knocked out by a Garbodor, which is not that hard to do in any deck.
Can't get killed by Garbodor if you don't play items.
That is true. Alrighty. Overall, I give this card 7.
6 out of 10.
I'll agree with that. 7.
Next up, we got Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Rhyperior. Rhyperior is interesting, but I don't think it's impactful enough to be good.
All you gotta do is evolve de-evolution spray, evolve another one, de-evolution spray, evolve another one, and just make a mill deck. Not even gonna attack.
I'd rather play Houndoom Mill.
I know.
Houndoom, Rhyperior, Charizard Mill, let's go.
I know, right?
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, it kind of sucks because of the fact that it takes 4 energies to attack. Does 170, but that isn't, and it's not affected by weakness or resistance, which is really bad.
Why would you attack?
Yeah, the attack's not that great. Alright, Blaine, Marshadow, go.
Alright, Marbe. Shadow Hunt. This Pokemon can use the attacks of basic Pokemon in your discard pile. This Pokemon must obviously have the necessary energy to use this attack. So, Night March support? What else
It's a
gets from
Mew.
that?
It's basically a Mew, but for discard.
Oh, you could use this for Simeon. I didn't
No,
even think of that.
you would have Passimian in your discard, though. That's what you don't want.
You'd have Passimian in your discard, which against its damage.
Sometimes it happens.
But what if you
Well, yeah.
have Mew in your discard? Use Mew
Yeah.
attack.
Mew's an ability.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then for 2 fighting and a colorless beatdown, just a flat 120, 150 with choice band. Not a bad number.
190
Oh.
with strong energies. With 2 strong energy.
That's true. And then for 1 fighting, 1-handed fissures, GX, 50 damage times the number of basic energy attached to this Pokemon. I like it, but at the
You know
same
what this would be
time,
good for?
sometimes it has an issue. What would you use it for?
Zorak Break, Foul Play, use their attack.
Yeah, because you don't have to have a dark energy attached to it.
Yep, single dark energy.
It's not bad.
Yep, not bad.
Just make sure you have a break in the discard.
Wait, what was Machamp? Oh wait, that's a.
Oh wait,
that's a
no,
switch
it's
too, never mind.
it's basics. Never mind.
Oh,
That's
okay, you gotta be
basics.
basic.
Machamp wouldn't
Scratch it.
work. Is there a good basic fighting type in existence?
No.
So
Zygarde's okay.
Zygarde's
You might
okay.
like Zygarde.
I mean,
You still need the energies.
I definitely think it has potential to be good later as we get more basic GXs. I mean, I could see it with using Bulu's attacks because Bulu's attacks actually aren't that bad. Same thing with Coco's attacks.
I think its best fit's gonna be Night March and expanded.
Yep, definitely with Night March and expanded.
Yeah.
Then you can hit Darkrai because so much Turbo Dark and expanded.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely. And also, yep. Pretty much, I think this card's really meant to shine and expand it until we get more basic GXs.
Yeah, I definitely wanna
It's
see
cool.
what it would work with.
And then you can throw a Fighting Fury build on it. It's 190, so I mean it's a decent health.
Yep.
You could probably run this in quite a bit of decks.
If you're playing expanded, there's a lot more fighting options available in expanded.
Yeah, but it doesn't always have to be fighting. You can use it for any other deck.
That's
Unfortunately.
true.
Just imagine if it wasn't if it was just any fighting Pokemon, then it would be nutty.
Yeah.
Or any Pokemon, I'm sorry.
Then it would be broken.
Then it would be disgusting. What do we have next?
Oh, never mind. I was thinking you could use this with Lucario, but Lucario's pretty butt.
It'd be
Next up we have
Rattata and
Rattata and Raticate. Eradicate, I think, is nothing to laugh at.
Yep. If this Pokemon has a tool card attached to it, it does 60 damage. Or, yeah, 60 damage.
For free.
Yep.
You know, Choice Band, if you're going to have this with Choice Band, that's 90 damage for free.
Yep.
You know, you're playing this Evolution suit to hit for weakness. 180. It could, I mean, you could play this with Marshadow. And, like, hit for free. Hit Darkrai for, you know, be 90 with Choice Band for free.
No, you can't use it Marshadow because Eradicate.
Not basic.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? Yeah.
Yep. I keep forgetting it's only basic.
Oh, damn. That would be just too broken.
So close to being a broken card, but so far away.
Yeah. But I definitely think Eradicate as, like, a rogue deck or, like, a budget deck is definitely...
It can do some stuff if you have the right cards.
Yeah.
You can put Marshadow on Rainbow Road, too.
Yep.
Oh, God!
I haven't thought about that in a while, have you?
Oh, yeah, because Rainbow Road was only seen in Expanded, and we have not been playing a whole lot of Expanded lately.
That'd be fun.
Oh, God. Oh, no, it would not be. Don't even.
It'd be fun.
Gosh.
Gosh. God, I just got triggered.
Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road.
Just play a bunch of Rainbow Energy and just use all the Pokemon in your discard piles of text.
I actually like this Relt's, basically it's artwork.
Oh yeah, the artwork's cool. I guess we're talking about Gardevoir EX.
GX.
I get GX. I guess since I'm the resident Gardevoir player, I'm deemed to have to take this. So Gardevoir GX, 230 HP, Stage 2. Not quite the 250 that we're used to. Weakness is metal, so it's one shot by Metagross.
Easy.
But the darkness resistance is really nice to have, though. Its ability, Fountain of Secrets. Once during your turn before you attack, you may attach one fairy energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, so it's basically an extra energy attachment per turn. Infinite Force, 30 damage, does 30 damage times amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. So basically, Mega Mewtwo Wise attack, except you're able to hit for weakness.
Right, the dream.
The dream, yes, but again, the only weakness you're really hitting though is dragons, and there hasn't been really a viable dragon since when?
Since Noivern.
Noivern.
So, yep, Noivern. Okay, I'm building this deck swimmingly.
The dream. You'll be able to play Adams. You'll build
Noivern.
It'll be over before you even think anything started.
You'd be hitting Noivern, and you'd be hitting Como.
Yeah.
Oh, Como.
Yeah.
Oh, Como. Sorry.
Twilight GX, though, search your discard pile for 10 cards and show them to your opponent and shuffle them back into your deck.
Oh, save me from decking out, boys.
Everyone wants to hyphen this card up to be the Garbodor counter. I don't really see...
Pull all your items out. Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, put all your... I definitely see this being really good after rotation, after we lose VS Seeker.
Yep.
Put all your supporters back.
Your Lysandres.
Overall... You mean your Guzmans?
Your Guzmas, that's right.
You can play this with Dragon's Wish, Dragonair, if you want to pull some real shenanigans.
Yeah.
And just dump like 20 energy on one turn.
That's sacky though.
Yeah, that's sacky, you're right. But still shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Do it for the YouTube highlight reel.
Does Fairy Garden go away?
Yes, that's Ancient Origins, unfortunately. And we have yet to get a Fairy Stadium yet.
One day.
Overall, I give this card 8 out of 10 just because its attack is actually pretty good. And the fact that you can attach energy twice per turn to it to make it do, first turn do 60 and then, plus whatever your opponent has on top of this bonus damage. I think this card will probably see some play though, definitely.
I give it 7 out of 10.
Plus, we still have Geomancy Xerneas.
Yeah.
But losing Fairy Garden definitely hurts this card a lot. Next up we got Morello and Shiinotic, but Shiinotic has not been revealed yet.
We'll skip
So
that.
skip those over. Zygarde, not GX Zygarde, which we're not getting yet, is bad. Don't play it.
It's also a dragon.
It's also a dragon, yeah.
When did they have that form come out?
They announced this a while ago. It hasn't been a card in the US yet.
No, I mean like in the show or game.
That's the perfect form. It was in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see it like as.
You can click on the
Click on
photo.
it, you can zoom in.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Click on it,
It's
blows
like
up.
it's like perfect cell.
Oh, it is perfect form. Okay, well, isn't this for Zygarde perfect form?
Yeah. But perfect form Zygarde's better. And this one's a dragon type instead of a
That's
fighting
awful.
type. Do dragons hit anything for weakness?
No,
Nope.
that's silly.
Yeah. And it's weak to fairies.
Get this trash can out of here.
Yep. Next up, we got the Porygon line.
That's not really anything.
That's hilarious. The Porygon basic.
The only thing you would be using it for is Porygon said. When you play this card from your hand to evolve, during a turn you may devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution into your opponent's hand. So I mean, it'd be really great against everything that runs a rare candy.
Yeah, but I mean, you might as well just run it.
You have SP. You might as well just play SP.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's what the ability's for. It does every single one
So
versus
that's
using a GX.
So it's Espeon.
Oh wait,
that's-
yeah. No,
So it's Espeon. Only difference is Espeon has to attack rather than Porygon.
no,
just has to
no.
evolve.
Porygon is every. It can be
Yeah, so
multiple.
it's Espeon.
Espeon.
So
I thought
it's Espeon.
Espeon's only one.
No, it's all.
No, it's all. It's all.
I'm looking this up. Espeon EX.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all.
You're gonna get triggered.
Beware.
He's so cute.
Oh, okay.
For the point of heads, discard top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Okay.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Torment Spray.
Card's stupid.
Yeah, this card's stupid. I hope that they make TCGO hands randomized before this card comes out on TCGO though, because TCGO does sort your hand.
Oh.
So I think on TCGO this card could be
I
abused.
think it's gonna randomize on their screen, and then it'll basically randomly choose one from your hand.
Yeah, they would have to do something along those lines to make it so that way you can't abuse Torment Spray online.
Here also, here comes Other Bay. Super Scoop.
Super Scoop.
Super Scoop Up. If you guys don't know what this card does, go Google it because we all know what this card does and it's really good.
But it's a flip coin, sadly.
Doesn't change the fact that that's not good. It's
Yeah.
good.
You gotta risk it.
Still
for the-
50-50, yeah.
I mean, if you're playing, Toad players were playing 4 of these, weren't they?
Yeah. Yo, I love how freaking Guzma has a picture of Golisopod right next to it.
Yep. Guzman, aka New Lysander, aka Escape Rope but better, aka ya boy. If you guys don't know what Guzman does, it acts as basically as a Lysander and then a switch.
There's no N at the end, just heads up. It's just Guzma.
That's what
Keep saying Guzman.
Oh well, I'll call him Guzman for as long as I want.
It's not Digimon, yo.
Guzman.
Alright. Your boy Gizmo here.
I'll take that.
Hey, they kind of look like each other.
I know.
Except Gizmo didn't have hair. Do you remember who Gizmo is, Blaine? From Teen Titans?
Yes. Okay.
It's Gizmo growing up.
So basically, all read the card does: switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon, then switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So think of it as Lysander and then switch in one card. Is the easiest way to explain this card. I definitely think this will be a great replacement for Lysander once Lysander leaves rotation.
It's basically an escape rope, but you choose. There's that too.
Yeah. It's basic. It's our new Lysander going to the format because it requires you to have a second attacker built up ready to go when you play this card, rather than just Lysandering. No more Lysander game.
Now it's Guzma game.
Now it's Guzma game.
Now it's Guzma game, but except Guzma game doesn't feel as bad as Lysander game. Because at least with Guzma, they had to build up a second attacker, and that required them to some foresight.
But who needs a second attacker when you got Floatstone?
That is true. And you have Glisspod.
Who needs Floatstone when you have Metagross and can reattach all your energy after you retreat?
That is true.
I will send it to the Lost Seas.
Who needs a secondary attacker when you can just, Floatstone?
Oh, time for a wiki.
Who needs a second attacker when you play Greninja Break? You just, Water Shuriken, switch out Water Shuriken, Guzman, Water Shuriken again.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Oh my gosh, Greninja is, yeah.
The Greninja's late again.
Yep.
Nope. I guess we need to play this with Greninja, Brandon.
That's
You
tight.
know it, boys. Greninja coming back.
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh god. That's
Oh,
scary.
time to throw some switches in there again.
Screw the switches. Just play this.
Oh, Guzma, free retreat, or no?
So yeah, so you would Water Shuriken, retreat until your second Greninja Break, Water Shuriken again, then Guzma, then Water Shuriken with your third one, and then
I can
attack.
do 4 Water Shurikens in one turn, if I have another switch.
Well, yeah, but you're not playing 4 breaks, are you?
No,
But she might be.
I could.
But he might be now.
You know it. Time to
Okay.
make a 4 break deck.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get on that wiki.
You know it.
Wiki, they don't have the regular art here, so we'll show the Floyd off later. Isn't this card basically a reprint of a really old supporter Blaine?
I have no clue, dude. You gotta know, dude. I've only
It's Sabrina.
I think,
Sabrina's.
no,
It's Sabrina.
I thought it was Team Rocket's ad. I thought it was Team Rocket's
No,
admin.
it's Sabrina's something. I forgot what it was.
It's a card where she's flipping you off.
Hold on. It's like Sabrina's.
Tears.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Oh no, Team Rocket admin is basically N.
Yeah.
Hey, Team Rocket, the admin dude, Mikey pulled that in Wacky Wednesday today. Shout out to Mikey.
Yeah.
Sabrina's gaze. Yes.
Sabrina's gauge.
Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck, draws a new hand of the same number of cards.
Okay, yeah. So it's a reprint of. Yeah, it is the card where she's flipping you off.
It's not flipping you off.
No, so this card got censored when it got brought over to the West. In the original
Oh,
Japanese
it's where she's
version,
holding the
she's
Master
holding
Ball.
The Master Ball with her middle finger kind of up, and everyone thought she was flipping you off.
Right.
So they censored it for the western part of the world.
It's okay, she's probably flipping you off still in Sabrina's gaze because she threw the Pokeball from her chin. You know?
So, yeah. So each player shuffles their hand to their deck and draws a new hand the same number of cards. This is definitely a good card in certain situations. I'm not sure if it's a 2 or a 3 of. A 1 of, Blaine, you think a 1 of? It definitely is going to depend on your playstyle though, and not the deck. I think it's mostly going to depend on the playstyle
Depends how many. Yeah.
of the person who plays it. If you're someone who likes to dump their hand, obviously you're not going to play this card. If you're someone who likes to hold their hand, I think you definitely play this card.
It's gonna be played a lot in decks, kind of like Metagross, where you sometimes you don't want to end, but sometimes you don't want to like Sycamore all these like rare candies and stage 2s and stuff like that.
It'd be decent if you're stuck on Greninja. Like, get a whole bunch of crappy cards in your hand. It'd actually be really good for Water Box.
Wiki into like 6 energy, then you're like, let's play a game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pull up
Definitely think this card will see some play though.
time for my.
Especially. Yep.
So I'm about to say time for my
Alright.
favorite stadium.
Po Town, aka Team Magma Base 2.0.
Po Town.
Yes. When either player plays a card from their hand to evolve, place 3 damage counters on that Pokemon. So if they evolve twice in one turn, on this, well,
can't
I'm
evolve.
saying like if it's a pot.
Unless
Yeah.
you, yeah, if you do some Wally shenanigans, yeah.
That's 6 damage counters.
No, actually, no. Wally wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't count as evolving.
No, it doesn't.
Because it also doesn't come from your hand. It comes from
Yeah, if you're playing this in
rare
expanded,
candy. Rare candy though, it would trigger off rare candy.
but still a pretty decent card. So let's say if I'm playing a Drampa deck and I evolve a Trubbish in the back or my Zorak, that's an easy 170 damage.
Yep. I definitely
Or
think
150.
this will slide right into Drampa Garb as a replacement for Team Magma Base after
Yeah.
rotation.
And then you won't really need to run as many Rainbow Energies.
Yeah, but I definitely think this. No, I think you'd still run the Rainbow Energies just because this is slower.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you won't technically need to.
Team Magma Base was instant. This you have to evolve the Trubbish into the Garbodor. I like this as a replacement to Team Magma Secret Base just because it slows down the power of Drampa Garb by 1 turn. So you might be able to take that knockout on that Trubbish or that Garbodor. Or that Drampa quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of them just, oh, I draw Drampa, oh, I Trubbish, and put 2 damage counters on it. Now I'm swinging for 150 a turn.
Yeah. Now we drop down to the supporters after all the full arts.
So we got all these full arts here, and all the full art supporters here. We got Guzma, and we got Wiki here. Definitely the 2 supporters I'm going for this set.
Why do they look like they got lazy on the Gardevoir artwork?
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm not even kidding.
Let's see. They kind of did.
But look at that hyper rare
Space.
Galissa pod though. That's dope.
Ooh, that's dope. I want to see the full art.
Yeah.
I tend to like the full arts better than the rainbow rares. Oh, we didn't talk about Koi.
Where?
Oh, there's still more to talk about. That's why.
Yeah, we have
We
so
still-
much.
We have
Yes.
so much
there's
more to
still
talk
more.
about. Wow.
We're running out of time, man.
All right. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Super Scoop Up Secret Rare. Oh boy, money card.
$60 card.
Rescue Stretcher. Secret Rare. Money card.
$60 card.
Fairy Energy.
Fairy Energy.
That's a
$70
Matthew. That's a Matthew card.
Vile Plume. Thank God it's not like the old Vile.
God, that'd have been hilarious.
I would have quit Pokemon if they reprinted that.
I love how evil it looks.
Yeah. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent's basic Pokemon cannot attack. Moving on. Heracross.
It's
If this
Focus Sash in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, screw that. Okay, we got more monkeys. We don't need to talk about them. We got Dewpider and a Rock Grenade as grass types now.
Oh, weird.
Is it just me, or are we getting a bunch of the same Pokemon from the last 2 Sun and Moon sets?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yes.
much, but they're different typing.
Type.
A Rock Grenade, is this worth talking about? Double Carless, Bubble Net, 30 damage. During your opponent's next turn, they can't attach energy cards from their hand to the defending Pokemon. It's okay. Raise your Fang for aggressive double cost, 80 damage. Yeah, this card is
Well,
not
just
good.
think.
All
Well,
right,
hang on.
try-
Just think about that, dude. And expanded with Vileplume and that. No energy, no items.
Ew.
They lose.
Yeah, but they could also. Oh yeah, they could barely retrieve them.
Yeah, the only time they
So if
they
you
have
like-
to switch.
So if you if you life skinner like a Hoopa and then no, because they couldn't switch because you item lock.
Guzma.
They have to use
They'd have to drop Guzma.
or Olympia.
Yep.
But still, though, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
It forces them to waste.
And it does damage, so you can put a choice band on it and do like 60.
That is true. Okay, that card's has potential to be disgusting. All right, let's start with Charizard.
Garbage.
Money card,
Yeah.
just because it's Charizard. Can we just get a good Charizard for once?
Right.
All right, 3 colorless and 3 colorless energy, wing attack, 70 damage. Woohoo!
Trash.
3 fire and 2 colorless, Christmas Storm, 300 damage. Discard 3 fire energy for this Pokemon.
Trash.
Good thing expanded. We have Blacksmith, but still trash. Raging Out GX for a fire and 2 colorless. Discard top 10 cards from your opponent's deck.
Time to deck them out in the last 10 cards.
With how slow the metagame is currently,
Unless you are,
unless you're playing against Vespiquen and you could like time it perfectly.
That'd be hilarious. They get
That would
like
be, dude.
they're hitting for like 300, and then you're like,
That would have been game for me if I had that against Joe.
God.
Yeah, but then again, you have to have 3 energy on the Charizard.
Yeah.
So they're gonna see it coming because you have to manually attach 3 energy because we don't have Blacksmith unless you use the new Fire Supporter.
You have to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of setup involved to get this GX move off. I don't think the payoff's worth it.
Yeah, but here comes Ho-Ho GX though.
It's a gamble.
Yep. Can we say expanded fire decks?
Oh yeah.
Expanded fire decks.
Incineroar, baby.
Alright, Brandon, you take home.
Let's see. Ho-Oh GX, 190 HP. It's a basic Pokemon. Sacred Fire does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it means 1. It could be anyone on the bench. It could be an active. And then Phoenix Burn.
A worse version of
Yep.
Nightmares.
Phoenix Burn is 3 fire, 1 colorless. Phoenix Burn does 180 damage. This Pokemon can't use Phoenix Burn your next turn. So it's basically Lapras with more energy. Let's see. GX. 1 fire, 2 colorless. Eternal Light GX. Put 3 combinations of fire Pokemon EX or GX from your discard onto your bench.
So triple Incineroar, let's go.
You can do Incineroar. You can do basically anything that is, stage 1, stage 2. It's basically like Maxis, but for fire. And you get 3.
Just to get expanded, you battle Compressor, 3 Incineroar, and then you're like, Ho-Ho GX, but all 3 Incineroar on my bench, let's play a game.
Yeah. Alright, and then we're gonna skip the monkeys.
Are there really more monkeys after this?
Panseer,
Yeah.
Simisear.
More.
No way.
Then
Yeah.
it goes.
All 3 monkeys every set. You gotta do
Then
it.
it goes Heatmore.
Heatmore, Odor, Sleuth, double colors energy, flip 2 coins for each head, search your discard pile for 1 card and put it into your hand. That's okay. Searing Flame, 60 damage, your opponent's active Pokemon is down. Burn for 3 energy.
So technically it does 90 damage.
With the choice band, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't burn you.
Oh, yeah, it's 80.
Oh,
That's
it's
80 damage.
Yeah, 2 damage counters.
We got the Horsey, Seadra, Kingdra line. The Kingdra is kind of interesting. Brian for single energy does 90 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon damage counters on it. And then Tornado Shot for 90 damage. Discard 1 energy attached to this Pokemon. This tech does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon.
I think it'd be decent.
It could be decent, yes. The thing that saves it is that it's a single attachment. But at the same time, it's a stage 2. Doesn't have that great of HP. Its retreat cost is nice, so I definitely could see it being a good budget.
But yeah, look, Tornado Shot, 90 damage and then just 3 damage counters. Oh, yeah.
I just talked
Yeah,
about that.
sorry.
Oh, so it does 30 damage, not 3 damage counters. Is a big difference. Overall, I don't really see this card being.
It's okay, I'm bringing back Gengar, boys.
It's coming back, boys.
I guess you could, actually.
Well, I'm not using that for Gengar, but I'm saying.
Does Gengar have to be active? Like, does the Pokemon you're attacking have to be active?
Yes.
Yes.
So, dude, poor Guzma. Fucking poor puzzle time, poor rare candy. Dude, let's go.
Yeah, Matt. Matt knows how much he loves my Gengar deck.
The pain.
Dude, Garbodor shits all over that.
Was I playing against you, Matt, with the Nidoking, Nidoqueen deck? When I stalled you out?
That's why he doesn't play that deck anymore, is because he hates my Gengar.
No, it's just called I moved on to better things. Azumarill, the ability is it takes 30 less damage from water and fire attacks by your opponent's water and fire Pokemon. If it had more HP, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Only has 120, so it pretty much gets knocked out by a Lapras. Gets knocked out by a lot of things, unfortunately, but not terrible, but not great. Wobbuffet, someone go.
It's not good.
Shadow Knot, 3 psychic energies. You're doing 50 times. This attack does 50 times for each colorless in your opponent's or your active opponent's retreat cost. Or three. Yeah, for each retreat cost. So if your opponent has 4, like the ones that we were saying before, it does 200 damage.
If it was a single attachment, that card would be decent. But because it's a triple attachment, I give it 2 out of 10.
They would change the damage output though.
Yep. All right, we got some things. Someone go. I take a piss.
Okay. We're on Whirlipede. Is that how you say that?
I don't know. Whirlipede.
Whirlipede. It's Donphan 2.0 spin turn, literally the same name of the attack, 30 damage, and then switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. That can be kind of silly. Like if you've ever played against Donphan, you can switch into a Robo Substitute or stuff like that.
Drop that into the Ninetales. This Pokemon doesn't get hurt by EXs or GXs.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. You can just like swap out into that. Then you can play that stadium that makes it so you can one less attachment, so it only need 1 psychic.
Dimension Valley in expanded.
Yep.
That'd be silly.
Poison Horn, you're doing 80 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Hard Roller. It's not affected by resistance. 140.
Nah.
It's all about.
All right.
Whirlipede.
Pile of sand.
Oh, they made a psychic. How cute.
Yep. For a second, get a double colorless Sand Tomb does 80 damage. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. And then for 4 colors, energy does Storm does 100 damage. Discard all the cards attached to both players' active Pokemon.
That's silly.
It's silly, but I think it takes way too much energy for you to.
At least it does 100. Jeez.
Yeah, it does 100. And it has a dark weakness.
Get rid of that whistle thing.
Yep. Get rid of a bunch of energy.
Yep.
Ooh. New Lucario.
Oh yeah, there's a new Lucario on the set. What happened to my phone? Okay. Lucario. Someone take it.
Ooh, I like
Alright.
that. Determination. Yeah. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may prevent all effects of opponent's attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon until the end of your opponent's next turn. So they would have to switch it out with another Pokemon.
Yeah, so basically you get a free turn to either Mega Evolve or... Oh, I guess Mega Evolve would stop that, wouldn't it?
You're not Mega Evolving. You can't Mega Evolve.
Yeah, they have Mega Lucario.
But you can't. Mega Lucario evolves from Lucario EX.
Oh, duh. I'm dumb.
Yeah. But the only thing that sucks is 120 damage for 3 fighting energies. So you're not really doing much.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make it work.
3 fighting and 3 strong energy.
Yeah, 180. Choice Band 210. Kukui 230. With all the cards.
Hilarious.
Crabominal. Guts Hammer 80 damage. This Pokemon does damage to itself equal to the number of damage counters on it. So anything above 70, anything above 60, and you're knocking yourself out. Yeah. For 3 fire energy, double stamp does 80 damage. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. Play this with Victini.
Yeah.
We got a Glowing Grimer this time as a dark type.
I like it.
For a single fighting energy, search your deck for a lone grimer, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck.
Wow.
That's not a fighting energy. It's a null.
I mean, for no
Yeah.
energy. Sorry. Trip Sludge for a double colorless. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Not horrible considering if you think about Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck GX for Dark type. 220 HP for stage 1, which is above the curve. Fighting weakness is not great, but not horrible right now either. It's resistant to Psychic, which is nice. Chemical Press for Dark and double colorless does 10 damage, plus 70 more damage for each special condition affecting your opponent's Pokemon. And currently, the most special conditions one Pokemon can have is 3, correct?
Yes.
Poison, burn, sleep, /confusion, /paralyze.
Alright guys, I love you and I have to interrupt you. Someone made this Proxy Sycamore and it's hilarious.
Oh lord.
Oh god.
Hey Matt, you gonna censor that?
Isn't that incredible?
There's no nipples,
There's
right?
nipples. Stop.
Oh well, they can't see it anyway. Don't zoom in, Blaine.
Dude, you know how much work that is to censor that?
I'll just censor Blaine's whole side of the
That
camera
works.
for that whole portion of that.
Just put a black screen me.
Yeah, just black screen you. Alright, so yeah, so maximum damage this card can do is 220 without a choice band. That's if your opponent has 3 special conditions on them. Realistically, with 1, it does 80 damage. It'd be good if we had a more reliable. I mean, you could play this with Sazzo and Sandlet from Guardians Rising to poison and burn them in one turn with a hand evolve.
Yep.
So that would make it do 150.
I think it'd be good also and expanded with Hypnotoxic.
Oh god, that's just.
You
So
can also
Victory Bell.
Cool.
Victory
Yeah.
Bell.
what about the ability to add damage counters with poison? Would be good too.
Oh,
Pretty decent.
Swiper.
Yeah.
Crunch for 2 dark and 2 colors, 120 damage. Discard 1 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. I think it's overcosted for what it does.
It's basically like Drampa, but with 1 more energy you need.
Yeah.
That might not be it.
And then
That might not be a bad idea. You could like bridge it for 2 Survivors and like 1 Alolan Muck or 1 Grimer, and then you can use Multiply. Then you have 4 Pokemon already.
Oh, good god. And then try Hazard GX, the first GX move that we've ever had that has no cost. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, switch it with their active Pokemon. The new active Pokemon is now poisoned, burned, and paralyzed.
So it's basically dead.
It takes.
Yeah, they would require them to have a Guzma or an
Center Lady.
Or Center Lady, yes.
But that's you're still taking at least 3 damage counters for that.
Well, it's kind of nice though because it warrants an immediate response.
Or else that Pokemon's
They would
dead.
they would have to Tapu Lele immediately for one of those 3 cards to not have their Pokemon die. And then so they're retreating out into something to back there, and then then that's their support for the turn. They can't end. They can't Sycamore. They can't
You can put the Burbank City and stuff like that. So there'd be some damage.
Yeah, it'll do some damage. This has potential. This card definitely has potential. Especially if they keep pushing special conditions in future sets.
I can finally use my burn and poison counters, my dope ones.
Yeah, finally.
I don't ever get to use those.
Darkrai.
Oh, no. Darkrai non-GX.
Your opponent is now asleep for 2 energies, 1 dark, 1 colorless, 30 damage. Dark Raid does 80 plus damage if your opponent has used GX attacks. So you're doing 160 for 1 dark and 2 colorless on anyone that uses their GXs early, i.e. Solgaleo, Lurantis.
Yep.
That's kind of dope.
It'd be a good 1 prize attacker with the new Darkrai. Because since it puts your opponent's active Pokemon to sleep, you could switch into the new Darkrai to do that instant to knock out that damage, to knock it out. Plus, if you play Altar of the Moon, it's free retreat.
Not bad. Maybe like a decent one of.
Malamar. This card's back again. Psybeam for Dark Energy does 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And then for Dark and Double Colorless, Energy Slosh does 70 damage, and you move all energy attached to this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. It has a retreat cost of 1, so I guess that's okay.
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, yeah. Probably be a theme deck.
Ribombee.
Why is it advertised next to Gardevoir?
And you need to look for 2 energy, dude.
Once during your turn, you can search your deck for 2 basic energy and put them into your hand. It's a free,
okay,
process letter.
no. Oricorio is better, hands down.
Yeah, but I'm saying once per turn, you can, instead of picking up...
Yeah, but you have to evolve, too.
Once, well, yeah.
Oricorio is basic.
But it's constant. You can look for energy multiple
But
times.
do you really need that much energy, though? I mean, how much energy do most attackers nowadays have? We're in the 2 to 3 range usually, correct?
What I'm saying, yeah.
And plus, loading up a Gardevoir with a bunch of energy, I don't think is that great, because then your opponent can just do some cheesy things like Guzman.
Oh, what if you run that Ribombee in Greninja? Free Professor's Letter.
That's bench space you don't have.
That's cheeky, though. I like it.
It'd be pretty interesting. I
You
might
can
try it.
volley into it.
Yeah. I might try it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's good, but I think we have better options currently available to us.
Yeah.
Alright, boys, I got this.
Yep, go ahead, Noivern's all yours.
Alright, Big Dick Noivern coming out, boys. 200 HP, stage 1. For a dark and a colorless distortion. 50 damage during your opponent's next turn. Your opponent cannot play any item card from their hand. So it is Seismitoad 2.0, and he is cooler looking. For a psychic, a dark, and a colorless, you can do Loud Sonic for 120 damage. During your opponent's next turn, your opponent cannot play any special energy from their hand. So it's Magearna and Seismitoad in one. Like, what more could you want?
I can Pokemon Ranger it just so I can play energies or play cards.
True, right? This attack does 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So I mean, it's just a free 50 damage all over the board.
Yeah, I see some cheesy stuff. You know, Tapu Lele into Wally, into to DDE.
My favorite part about this card: free retreat.
Wait,
Oh,
is
fuck.
is DDE still gonna be playable after rotation?
No, unless they reprint. They haven't announced a reprint yet.
So
There's mad talk about a secret DDE.
Yeah, but it didn't come out in this set, so that would be our next set in like November.
Yeah, so if we don't.
I mean, they would. I think they have to reprint DDE.
yeah, especially with all the dragons they're trying to pull out.
Yeah, so if we don't get DDE, it's on the back. But if we do get DDE, then it's gonna be the tits because you can play that with Garbodor, and then it'll be disgusting. It's gonna be great fun.
Zamir's playing kind of lagging.
He is, but we'll deal with it.
Like my face, or am I talking?
Talking. Voice.
The audio's is kind of choppy. It's fine though. We still hear you completely though. Meowth in Persian, non-Lowen. Yep. Nope.
Are we better now?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Hoot in Noctowl. Yeah, I don't see that card seeing any play. Bouffalant. Nope. Noibat, here you go. You gotta talk about Noibat. Blaine.
Okay. For one colorless, agility, 10 damage, flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's next turn prevents all damage of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon.
Not bad.
Pretty solid.
I mean, you're really just gonna use this to Wally into a Noivern.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I like his low HP to compensate for the fact that Noivern's broken as hell.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh no, he can get Ninetales. Ninetales.
Or let's say you break and your opponent like pulls out their Noivern first and just like obliterates all your Noivats.
That'd be funny. Oh.
Rotom Dex Pokey Finder mode.
Yeah, this card's horrible.
The only thing I like about it is the artwork, because it has in-game artwork in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Muscle dumbbells. This card's horrible.
What do you mean?
Why couldn't? Yeah, but passive tool cards though nowadays aren't that great. You can just it's fuel blowered away.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, the 40 health doesn't come into effect till you get above that health that you're needed to hit.
Alright, time to skip to Kiawe, which is the fire support.
Search your deck for 4 fire energy and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Yep. Search your deck for 4 fire energy, attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck, then your turn ends. As a first turn move, this is great for a fire deck. It's kind of like especially if you're playing something like Turtonator and Saddle, you could definitely use this. After turn 1, it becomes slightly worse because it ends your turn immediately after you play it, so you're gonna have to do all your other stuff other than attacking before this. Not a horrible card. I definitely think with how slower the format's going, it definitely is at least viable.
Yeah. Plumeria.
Yeah, that
Unfortunately, it's a Team Flaregrant with discarding.
No, it's not. It's not a Team Flaregrant.
Well, it's close to a Team Flaregrant.
It's widely better than Team Flaregrant.
But unfortunately, you have to discard 2 cards from your hand.
I'm gonna discard a Darkrai and a Dark Energy.
Yeah, that's the only time it'd be good.
In Metagross, I'm gonna discard 2 energy. Discarding is your friend. I mean, we all know that by now. I mean, how many decks do we play that all revolve around the discard pile?
I think it's just your guys', because Zorak doesn't play with discard as much.
Okay, discard 2 supporters.
Okay.
Volcanion, you discard fire energy, even though Volcanian's not played. In Greninja, you could discard water energy or Talonflames. And Lurantis, blue, you could discard grass energy. In Decidueye, you could discard your extra grass Pokemon, revitalize them back. Let's see, what else is there? Vespiquen, discard your useless Pokemon.
That's what it would be good for.
Yeah, there's a lot of use cases where this card is really good. Mount Lacania.
Lanakila?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Retreat cost of each basic Pokemon is increased by 1 energy. It's not that good because it's 1 passive and 2. It doesn't really do too much because it puts your retreat cost higher too. The only time it would be good is if you're playing the what was that card that did more damage? Wobbuffet.
Yeah, I guess so.
Does an extra 50 damage.
Yeah. This is definitely a nice way to try to counter Tapus, because all Tapus have 1 energy retreat. So it makes all Tapus have 2 retreat now. What do you think about this card, Blaine? Are you having connection issues?
What was the last card we're talking about? I'm sorry.
The stadium, Mount Lanakila. God, my Hawaiian's horrible today. The stadium that increases basic Pokemon's retreat costs.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I can't really think of like many decks that would like extremely benefit off it, besides like Sylveon, where they can like Lysander.
That is true. Moving on, we got more full arts. That Noivern full art, Blaine wants that.
Yeah, I think that's about it up until we get to the fire energy and escape rope.
Yep, we got escape rope, muscle dumbbell, and fire energy secret rares. The escape rope, though, means escape rope survives rotation.
Yep. The muscle dumbbells, I'm kind of sad because I think that's gonna be like the most cheapest.
The worst secret rare.
Yeah.
The worst secret rare we've gotten yet in Sun and Moon blog. I mean,
It's gotta be
what
like
other
a
item
secret.
though would? Yeah, what other item though from this set would they have given a secret rare to?
The flute.
I guess yeah, Wish Baton. They'll just do what they did with Rescue Scripture and wait till the next set to do that. Watch. So overall, I'm most excited for the supporters. What about you guys?
More supporters than anything.
Do I
Wearing no.
ever in the set?
So Blaine's excited for Noivern, and then me and Brandon are both like, really excited about those new supporters that we're getting. We have what 7 in total this set.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I'm excited for is like Dusk Noir with Gengar, but that's way too many evolutions.
Yeah. I'm most excited. Actually, Galissapod, I'm really excited for to play.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool.
Does Rare Candy count as evolving from my hand?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So like it's the same thing with Archeops. You can't rare candy when Archeops is out.
Nice.
Yeah, you can.
Same thing. I thought you couldn't. Because you're technically evolving from hand because you have that Pokemon in your hand.
Oh, okay, maybe then. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. I thought you couldn't rare candy past Archeops. I thought you could only Wally Evo Soda past it.
Don't forget to mention Shiny Mew that came out today.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about those guys. Shiny Mew and Marshadow got announced today. Shining Mew has 30 HP, which is like gets breathe on, is dead. Legendary guidance for single stick energy. Search your deck for 2 energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Pretty good attack. I think it'd be really good if it had a free retreat though. But that would probably just make it broken. If you're definitely just gonna be using this attack once and it's probably gonna die.
It's not basic energy, or is it?
It just says 2 energy cards. I'm not sure if that's the official translation or not.
If it's 2 energy cards, you can use like 2 DDEs.
Yeah.
No, DD. Wait, could you use DDE? Or is it the same thing like burning energy, where it's not counted as energy?
Oh wait, no, special.
Well, if it says 2 energy, then it can do it. But if it's basic, then it can't. So just imagine, dude, attaching a Psychic and a DDE to your Wyvern first turn, and then walling and just. Oh.
Well, you have to Wally first, and then Noivern, and then do this, and then Noivern's ready for the next turn.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
Marshadow. When you play this card from your hand to your bench, you may both players shuffle their hands to their decks and draw 4 cards. This card would be really annoying if it was actually playable. Shining Ho-Ho, Flap of Golden Wings. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, it's knocked out by damage from Pokemon's attack. Move 2 basic energies from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon any way you like. I don't know how to feel about this card. I'm sure there'll be something cheeky involved with it. Fire Blast, 110 damage. Discard 1 energy from this Pokemon for fire and 3 colorless. Yeah, I don't think this card's that good.
Actually, you can use Shining Mew with Marshadow.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
To do what? To attach 2 energy to do 30 damage?
More or less, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot other cases where 2 energy attachments in one turn.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like you can use Marshadow into putting 2 energies onto any Pokemon.
Well, why would you do Marshadow over like Marshadow GX?
No, that's what I meant. Marshadow GX.
Oh yeah. But then you kind of be limiting yourself to Psychic Pokemon too, because Mew needs the Psychic energy to attack.
Or you can use Rainbow Energy.
That is true. You could. Mew could be good in Metagross Blaine.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah.
You don't need it because you have Trio Tech.
Well, just there's sometimes where you get the Metagrosses out, but you don't have the energy in the discard
I
pile.
definitely have
It happens
that.
It happens more often than it
Yeah, I
does.
know,
Yeah.
because I played you.
And there's no way to search out energy in that deck.
Your boy Brandon got third in his local league cup.
Yep.
I'm about to get first this weekend.
Oh boy, Ash's Pikachu promo
I want
card.
this just for the promo. Just for the promo.
Y'all are lucky I ain't going on Saturday.
Oh, you're not?
No, I don't really have money for buy-in.
Oh, okay, Brandon, we gotta win that Coco Mat. Wait, then, hang on, let's wrap this video up, then we'll talk about that.
Oh,
So that's been the set list for Burning Shadows, guys. Let us know what you guys are excited for about in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until then, peace out.
later.
Oh my god. Today we are going to be talking about a concept known as the discard pile and it being your friend. But before we get into that, I just want to say one thing. Yes, I know